Let me get set up here. I'm going to get this sent out on my Facebook page, and then we'll get started. So, I'm going to do the podHOT60 sequence this morning. And if you're here, let me know. It always helps when I know what students are watching. If I got new students coming in, this practice is really unique because it's really strong and also really like cleansing in a lot of ways. Even without the heat and the humidity, it's a very strong practice, but it also really helps soften, and I think that happens afterwards. So I know for me, there's been a ton of benefit doing this practice and continuing to do it even without the heat and the humidity. So I'm glad that you all are here. We will get started here in just a few minutes. You can settle into your mat. I always like to get started by standing. That seems to be a great way. Light here. A great way to kind of settle into the mat, just toes touching, heels touching, and then just breathing, letting the shoulders relax down. So maybe try that. We'll get started here in just a second. My kid made me this yoga vlog for Christmas. Pretty funny. Yoga dad. It's cool. It's decorated on each side. Can't take it into the hot room because I wouldn't want the ink to run, but it's really fun to use at home. I typically try to meditate on it. I sit on it and try to open up my hips in the morning first thing. It seems to really help to have a little bit of a block underneath me. Let me know who's here. Who's going to be practicing today. Just in the comments, just say, hey, I'm here. And then we'll get started. Once again, I do want to caution people, this series was designed to be done in 105-degree heat with 60% humidity. And unless, you're very creative, and I have been one of those, get your bathroom nice and warm with a shower and then put a space heater in there. It's very difficult to recreate that. So really be gentle with yourself today, but be strong, and what I mean by that is just engage. Really try to engage and don't try to power through anything, but really try to engage the muscles when I'm cueing specifically, and that seems to really help understand the posture and the shape a little better. So, and then also get maximum benefit out of it, because typically when we're engaging on one side, we're lengthening on the other. And so that's kind of, and this sequence specifically is designed to counter each one of those. So it's a really fantastic sequence. It's near and dear to my heart. Let's see who we've got here. Mandy, good to see you. So we're going to get started here in just a minute. The other piece of this is, this month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I feel like it's really important to recognize that times are difficult for everyone, but particularly people with mental illness. And I've definitely had my struggles over the years with that, and it is not something that just goes away. But what I've found is that practices like this, where I have some consistency in my life, I have a schedule, I have things that I can go to, really help to have that, and really help me go through, some of the more difficult times, the ups and downs, the vicissitudes of life. And so this movement, what I've found is that, when there's something that's typically that can be really bothersome or burdensome to me and to my mental health, moving seems to help a lot. And that's just me specifically. It's not true for everyone, but that movement and having some semblance of a practice really seems to help. And so I'm glad that you all are here, and let's get started. So we're going to stand nice and tall, toes and heels will touch, shoulders broad, chin lifted. Maybe just separate the fingers a little bit, weight into the heels. A couple deep breaths here, just in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice audible breath. Exhale. And we're going to start with our pranayama deep breathing. Interlace all 10 fingers. Place them underneath the chin. Elbows will touch. So my chin is pretty parallel to the earth here. I'm gazing forward. And then with an inhale through the nose, elbows will lift. Thighs are firm, feet planted firmly into the ground. And then exhale. Head comes back. Elbows come forward. Inhale. Head comes down. Chin pressing into knuckles. Knuckles into chin. Elbows lift. Exhale. Head comes back. Elbows come forward. Inhale. Chin comes down. Elbows lift. Chin pressing into knuckles. Knuckles into chin. Exhale. Head comes back. Elbows just rotate in the shoulder socket. Touch. Inhale. Elbows up, 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 up. Exhale. Count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Chin coming down. Elbows lifting up. Exhale. Head just goes back. No back bending here. Elbows come forward. Inhale. Gaze is forward. Elbows lifted. And exhale. Head comes back. Elbows forward. And inhale. Chin comes down. Elbows lift. Exhale. Head comes back. And then final one here. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows are nice and lifted. Exhale. Head comes back. Elbows come forward. And arms by your side. Find Tadasana. Find that stillness, that moment in between, that breath. Half moon. Arms overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, release the pointer fingers, and then just tick-tock the arms back and forth, right and left, right and left. If you want to, you can take a little back bend here. You can do a forward fold, whatever feels good. We're just warming up the spine. This sequence is really designed to help hit every part of the body. That first breathing exercise is really great for the respiratory system, helping open up the lungs, getting the body warmed up from the inside out. So just tick-tocking the arms back and forth, right and left. Inhale, find your tallest self, biceps frame the ears. Exhale, fingertips go right, hips go left. Gaze is forward, chin is off of chest. So you don't have to find a lot of depth here. What you want to find is muscular engagement. So calves hugging to bone, thighs hugging to bone. That might mean kneecaps are lifting. Weight slightly into the heels. Elongating through both side bodies. So suck the stomach in. Pull the biceps back so they're hugging the ears, and then try to press the biceps against the ears. Reach to the right with the fingertips, hips pressing left. Chin is off of chest, gaze is forward. Reaching with the fingertips to the right, hips pressing left. Find your shape and just stay there. Just breathe. Find your fullest expression. And with an inhale, come on up. Exhale. Inhale, find your tallest self. And then exhale, fingertips go left, hips go right. So firm feet into the mat. Muscle hugs to bone with the calf. Kneecaps lift, thighs engaged. Weight slightly into the heels. Elongating through both side bodies. Suck the stomach in if you can. Reach to the left, fingertips. With the fingertips, hips press to the right. Biceps hug the ears. Fingertips reaching left. Hips pressing to the right. Chin is off of chest. Gaze is forward. Arms are nice and strong. See if you can bring the fingertips back just slightly. Opening up the chest a little more. Sink just a little deeper. Find your fullest expression here. And then with an inhale, come on up. Gaze up at the thumbs. Keep the hands where they are. And then slowly, biceps find the ears. Slowly start to trace the fingertips across the ceiling. Hips pressing forward. Little back bend here. Engaging in the legs. Heart is lifting. And with an inhale, come on up. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Hands will find the mat. Head relaxes down, and then just walk the legs out. Right and left, right and left, right and left. It's a U-turn from where we just were. So we just did a back bend, and then we're going into a forward fold. Hands to feet or neck. So big toes touch, slight gap in the heels, and then tuck the hands underneath the heels. podHOT60 is next. Hands to feet pose. So we're really energetically pulling up on the heels, pressing into the fingertips with the heels, and then hips are lifting. Biceps are behind the calves. Back of neck is relaxed. Throat is relaxed. Spine is moving towards the earth through the top of the head. Lift the hips, pull on the heels. See if you can straighten the legs just a little more. And then release the hands with an inhale and a flat back. Come on up. Arms by your side. Find your stillness. Find that breath. Arms overhead, second set. Interlace your hands, maybe the opposite way that you did the first time. Biceps frame the ears. Fingertips reach right. Hips press left. Standing half moon. We want to find the full engagement and depth here right from the start. And then just stay in that spot. Pressing into the mat with all 10 toes. Heels weight slightly into the heels. Chin is off of chest. Biceps frame the ears. Fingertips reaching right. Hips pressing left. Really press the hips left if you can. Biceps frame the ears. Fingertips reaching to the right. And with an inhale, come on up. Exhale, inhale. Find your tallest self. Exhale, fingertips go left, hips go right. Find your shape here. Pressing into the mat with all 10 toes. Weight slightly into the heels. Suck the stomach in. Gazes forward, chin off of chest. You find that point to concentrate on. And then stay in that shape. Just breathe. Find your fullest expression here. And release, come on up. Arms still stay overhead. Gaze up at the thumbs. Biceps to ears, fingertips reach back, hips press forward. And then with an inhale, come on up. Exhale, hinge at the waist. Hands will find the earth. Walk out the legs, right and left, right and left, right and left. Head relaxes down. Top of head is pointing towards the earth, and then bend the knees deeply. Grab underneath the heels. PodHOT60 is next. Fingertips pointing forward, little pinky fingers touch. Relax the head down. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the throat. Pull up on the heels. Spine is elongating. Hips are lifting. Legs straighten. Couple breaths here. Release the hands. With an inhale, come on up. Arms by your side. Find Tadasana. Find that stillness. Find your gaze. Right foot steps out about 6 inches. 3-part awkward series is next. Look down, big toes should be pointed forward, knees pointed forward, front of hips pointed forward. Reach the fingertips, all 5 fingers touching on each hand, and then just sit back into the chair. Hips pressing back, fingertips reaching forward, chin is off of chest. Thighs can be parallel with the earth.
Weight is into heels. It feels like you're going to fall back. And just breathe. With an inhale, come all the way up to tippy toes, flexing ankles forward. And then slowly start to bend knees. It's like you're sliding your back down an imaginary wall. Chin is off of chest, fingertips reaching forward. Ankles pressing forward. And then with an inhale, come all the way up. Heels come down. Knees press together like you've got a winning lottery ticket. And then heels slowly start to lift and just glide the back down that imaginary wall again, nice and slow. Arms reaching forward. Thighs parallel with the earth. Gazes forward. You can bounce a couple times if you've got healthy knees. And then stop, find stillness. And then count of 10. Come on out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels come down. Right foot meets left. Arms by your side. Find Tadasana. Find that stillness. Find your breath. Eagle Garudasana is next. Arms overhead. Right arm under left. Pull the elbows down. Gazes forward. Sit the hips back. And then right leg comes over left. See if you can wrap that right foot behind the left calf. And once you do, pull right hip back. Elbows come down. We're compressing. And then shoulders come back. Line up ankles, knees, elbows, nose, all in one line. Sit just a little deeper. And with an inhale, come on up. Arms overhead, left side. Left arm underneath. Pull elbows down. Sit deeply into the chair. Left leg crosses over. Left foot wraps behind right calf, and then pull left hip back. Two hips pointed forward. Ankles, knees, elbows, nose, all in one line. Sit just a little deeper. And with an inhale, come on up. Arms overhead, right into second set. Right arm under left. So you can get the palms to touch. Pull the elbows down. Sit deeply into the chair. Right leg over left. Gazes forward. Hips come back. Elbows pull down. And with an inhale, come on up. Arms overhead. Left arm under right. Pull elbows down. Palms touching if they can. Sit deeply into the chair. Left leg over right leg. Left hip pulls back. Back is flat. Shoulders come back. Elbows pull down. We're compressing all the major joints here. And with an inhale, come on up. Arms overhead. Arms by your side. That is your warm-up. Grab a drink of water. Do what you need to get ready for balancing series. Standing head to knee. Really be careful here. Be conscious of your body and how your body feels today. So don't move too deeply into it if your body doesn't feel ready for that. It's okay. You're doing the movement today, and that's what matters, not the ultimate end of where that posture takes you, but being in that posture for the moment, whatever that looks like, and being okay with it. Ground down in the left leg, right leg lifts, right thigh is parallel with the earth, shoulders back, gaze is forward. This is a great place to stay. Will help with balance, strengthen the hips, shoulders come back, just breathing normally. If you want to move forward, round forward, and with a basket grip, grab underneath the sole of the right foot. All 10 fingers interlaced. Heel kicks out, toes back, left leg completely straight. If this feels okay, then kick the right leg forward, right heel forward, toes come back, elbows come down to calf. Gaze is forward, heart is forward, left leg completely straight, right leg completely straight. And release. Right foot finds the earth. Ground down on the right leg. Left leg lifts to 90 degrees. This is a great place to stay. Hands by the side, palms facing forward, shoulders back. You can flex the toes back and heels forward in the left leg. Right leg is completely straight. If right leg is completely straight, you can round forward. And with a basket grip, grab underneath the sole of the left foot. Kick the heel forward and toes back. Right leg is completely straight. Kick left leg forward. Left heel forward, toes are back. Right leg completely straight, left leg completely straight. Heart is forward, gaze is forward, energy forward. And release. Left foot finds the earth. Maybe a little supported back bend might feel good here. Try it out. If it doesn't sound appealing to you, you can skip it. Take a breath or two here. Second set is half the time. Ground down in the left leg, right leg lifts. Shoulders are back, gaze is forward, heel forward, toes back. If left leg is completely straight, round forward and with a basket grip. Grab underneath the sole of the right foot. Heel forward, toes are back. And then kick out the right leg. Elbows come below the calf. Chin finds chest. Forehead finds the knee. And release. Right foot finds the earth. Ground down on the right leg. Left leg lifts to 90 degrees. Heel forward, toes are back. If the right leg is completely straight, round forward. And with a basket grip, grab underneath the sole of the left foot. Kick the left leg out. Right leg completely straight, left leg completely straight. Elbows come to calf. Chin finds the chest. Forehead finds the knee. And release. Little back bend feels good here. Go for it. Standing bow pulling is next. Couple breaths. Right elbow to right hip crease, palm facing the sky. Imagine you've got money in your hand, change, and you don't want to drop it. Right elbow comes out, hand comes out, hand drops down. Grab the ankle from the inside. So my hand doesn't move, it just drops down. Left arm lifts. And then slowly start to kick back with the right leg, reaching forward with the left fingertips. Kicking and reaching, kicking and reaching. 2 shoulders in one line. We're trying to find a shape that we can maintain for the entire duration of this posture. So you might not find your depth in this first iteration, and that's okay. Gazes forward, fingertips reaching forward, toes kicking back, abdomen parallel with the earth, gazing just above the fingertips. Kick and reach, kick and reach, kick and reach, and release. Right foot finds the earth. Take a couple of breaths here. Left elbow to left hip crease, palm facing the sky. Left hand comes out, drop the hand down, grab the ankle from the inside. Right arm lifts. Kick into the left hand with the left foot. So we're engaging the quadricep muscle. Right leg is completely straight. And reach forward with the right fingertips. Kick back with the left toes. Abdomen parallel with the earth. 2 shoulders in one line. Gazes forward. Abdomen parallel with the earth. Just go to your depth here, and then just try to hold. And release. Left foot finds the earth. A couple of breaths here. Heart rate should be increasing. Second set, we are going for depth. So right elbow to right hip crease. Right hand comes out to the side. Drop the hand down, grab the ankle from the inside. We're here for half the time. Left arm lifts. Hinge at the waist. Reach forward with the left fingertips. Kick back with the right toes. Palm is facing the ground. Reaching forward. Abdomen parallel with the earth. If you fall out, just come right back in. Repeat the steps to get in. So we're reaching and kicking, reaching and kicking, reaching and kicking, and release. Left elbow to left hip crease, palm facing the sky. Drop the hand down. Grab the ankle from the inside. Right arm lifts. Hinge at the waist. Reach forward with the fingertips. Kick back with the toes. Right leg completely straight. 2 shoulders in one line. Gazing over the right fingertips. Abdomen parallel with the earth. Kick and reach, kick and reach, kick and reach, kick and reach. And release. Come to the back of the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Chula Dandasana is next. Balancing stick, arms overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, release the pointer fingers. Step forward on the left foot, right toes hover, hinge at the waist, and we're here for just 10 seconds. Right leg is lifting,
Back is flat, chin is off of chest, gaze is forward, and release. Come on back. Step forward on the right foot, left toes hover, hinge at the waist, reach forward with the fingertips, reach back with the left toes. Back is flat, chin is lifted. Reach and stretch and release. Right foot meets left, back of mat, arms by your side. Find that stillness. Find your breath. Arms overhead. Interlace all 10 fingers. Release the pointer finger. Step forward on the left leg. Right toes hover. Hinge at the waist. Reach forward with the right finger, with the fingertips. Reach back with the toes. Back is flat. Gaze is forward. And release. Step forward on the right foot. Left toes hover. Hinge at the waist. Reach forward with the fingertips. Reach back with the toes. Back is flat. Chin is lifted. Gazing just in front of the mat. And release. Take a couple of breaths here. Bring the heart rate down. Quarter turn towards the right. Wide leg forward fold is next. Step out to the right. Big step. Arms to a T. Feet should be parallel with the side of the mat or slightly pigeon-toed. Chin is lifted. Gaze is forward. Heart is forward. Slowly start to hinge at the waist. And go down. Gazing in front of the mat at first. Then down at the mat. Then between the legs. Hands. Find calves, ankles, big toes, or outside of feet. With bicep strength, pull on the outside of the feet. Flex the quadricep muscles or lift the kneecaps. That is engaging the front side of legs while stretching and lengthening the backside or the hamstrings. Gazing down at the mat, then gazing through legs. Top of head moves towards the mat. Lifting hips. Using bicep strength and pulling on the outside of the feet. Release the hands, arms to a T. Slowly come up, pressing into the mat with both feet. Right foot meets left, back of mat, arms by your side. Find Tadasana. Find that stillness. Find your breath. Second set. Big step out to the right, arms to a T. Legs nice and straight. Slowly hinge at the waist. Chin is forward, chest is forward. Hands can slide down the calves. Find the outside of the feet. Top of head moves towards the mat. Hips are lifting, quadriceps engaged, hamstrings lengthening. Top of head moves towards the mat. Just breathe. And with an inhale, come on up, nice and slow. Right foot meets left, back of mat, arms by your side. Find Tadasana, find that stillness. Find your breath. Hot triangle is next. Arms overhead. Big step out to the right, bigger than the last. Arms to a T. Right foot pivots towards the front. Find warrior two. So palms face down.
Arms parallel with the earth. Deep bend in that right knee. Rotate the palms towards the side. Tick-tock the arms 6 and 12. Right fingertips pointing between the big and second toe. Left fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. Right elbow pressing into right knee. Right knee pressing into elbow. Sink the hips down just a little deeper. And then with an inhale, come on up. Right toes in, left toes out. Bend deeply in the left knee. Left thigh parallel to the earth. Arms reaching in opposite directions. Rotate the palms towards the side. Tick-tock the arms 6 and 12. Reaching up towards the ceiling with the fingertips, reaching down towards the earth with the left fingertips. Heart spiraling towards the sky. Pressing into the mat with the right foot. See if you can stretch the mat apart with both feet. And stretch the arms apart. Inhale, come on up. Left toes in. Right foot meets left, arms overhead. Arms by your side. Find stillness. Arms overhead. Big step out to the right, arms to a T. Right toes pivot towards the front, right thigh parallel with the earth. Rotate the palms towards the side. Tick-tock the arms 6 and 12. Reaching between the big toe and second toe. Reaching up towards the sky. Pressing into the mat deeply with both feet. Right thigh parallel with the earth. Left foot pressing into the mat. And release, come on up. Left toes in, right toes out. Right toes in, left toes out. Bend deeply in the left knee. Rotate the palms towards the side. Tick-tock the arms 6 and 12. Gazing up at the ceiling. Heart spiraling towards the sky. Arms reaching apart. Sink a little deeper in the hips. And then with an inhale, come on up. Left toes in. Right foot meets left. Back of mat. Arms by your side. Find breath. Quarter turn so you're at the length of the mat. Facing forward. Arms overhead, just cross the thumbs. Step forward on the right foot about 2 to 3 feet. And then left toes pivot out towards the left corner of the mat. Both hips still pointing forward. Chin is off of chest. Gaze is forward, and then slowly fingertips reach forward, hinging at the waist. Round in. Chin will find chest. Forehead finds the knee. Forehead presses into right knee. Right knee presses into forehead. See if you can straighten the right leg. Doesn't mean it will be straight, it just means it's straightening. Inhale, come on up. Right foot meets left back of mat. Step forward on the left foot. Right toes point out towards the right corner of the mat at a 45-degree angle. Chin finds chest, round, forward. Forehead finds left knee. Pressing knee into forehead, forehead into knee. Try to strengthen or straighten the left leg. Fingertips pressing into the mat. Arms are active here. Throat is choked, difficult to breathe. And with an inhale, come on up. Left foot meets right back of the mat. Arms by your side. Find Tadasana. Find that stillness. Last standing posture, tree and toe stand. Ground down on the left leg, right leg lifts to 90 degrees, and then rotate the femur in the hip socket. Right foot will find left hip crease. Right hand to heart center, left hand to heart center. If you want to move forward into toe stand, gaze forward, hinge at the waist. Hands will find the earth, heel will lift. Hands will come to either side of the body, right hand to heart center, left hand to heart center. Pop up off the heel, gazes forward, and then reverse out. Meet us in tree. One final breath here, and release. Right foot finds the earth. Ground down on the right leg, left leg lifts to 90 degrees. Left foot finds right hip crease. Left knee drops down. Left hand to heart center, right hand to heart center. Right leg is completely straight. Gaze is forward, shoulders are back. If you want to move forward into toe stand, hinge at the waist. Gaze forward, hands out in front. Heel will lift, hands walk back to either side of the body. Right hand to heart center, left hand to heart center. And reverse out. Meet us in tree. And release. Find the back of the mat. Find your back on the mat. For Savasana, we will be here for 2 minutes. I will call you out. Back of head on the mat. Relax the toes, relax the ankles, relax the calves, let them melt into the mat. Relax the knees, relax the hamstrings, relax the quadriceps. Relax your hips and your glutes, let them melt into the mat. Relax your lower back, middle back, and shoulders. Relax all 10 fingers in your wrists, elbows. Let your shoulders melt into the mat. Find a soft gaze. Relax the jaw. Drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth and just breathe. I will call you out. Winter moving is next. Right leg lifts. Pull the knee in towards the armpit, avoiding the rib cage. Knee pulls in, massaging the ascending colon. And release. Left leg pulls in, pull the knee in towards the armpit, avoiding the rib cage. Massaging the descending colon. And release. Lift both legs, grab opposite elbows. Pull knees in towards chest.
Back of head is on the mat. Drop the tailbone down. Massaging the transverse colon here. And release. Find Savasana. Arms overhead. Big inhale. Double exhale. Yogi sit up. 1 minute forearm plank starts now. So toes pressing into the mat. Forearms form a number 11. I find that my butt usually rises higher than it needs to. Need to engage in the core. Toes pressing into the mat. Lengthening through the Achilles. Thighs hugged to bone. Forearms pressing into the mat. Big thumbs pressing into the mat. Pointer fingers pressing into the mat. Middle fingers, ring finger, and pinky fingers all pressing into the mat. Gaze is forward. Just breathe. Puff out behind the shoulders. And then you're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head can find stacked hands. Sphinx, seal, whatever feels good to you today. Cobra, Bhujangasana is next. Hands underneath shoulders. Big toes touch. Tops of feet pressing into the mat. Knees will lift off the mat. Chin is on mat. Press hands into mat. Lift chest, elbows, pressing back towards hips. Look up, lift up, go up, and release. Left ear to mat, look right. Half locust, Purnasalambasana is next. Hands will come underneath, palms facing the mat, elbows underneath the abdomen. Relax the left leg, right leg lifts. Lift the right toes, pressing hands into mat. Shoulders are forward. Lift the right leg and release. Relax the right leg. Lift the left leg, left toes pointing back, pressing into the mat with all 10 fingers. Weight coming into shoulders and release. Hands come a little bit closer. Mouth finds the mat. Lift the legs. Legs lift, pressing into the mat with all 10 fingers. Weight comes into the shoulders. Lift the toes and release. Right ear to the mat. Look left. Arms out to a T, Salambasana. Big toes touch, heels touch. Lift the chest, reach the arms out. Reach the toes back. Arms out, head up, toes back. Look up, go up, and release. Left ear to the mat, look right. Floor bow. Kick the heels up, grab the ankles from the outside. Kick the feet into the hands. Lift the chest. Lift the chin. Look up. Kick up. Go up. Resting on the soft part of the belly. And release. Right ear to the mat. Look left. Come up to tabletop. Find the top of the mat. Sit between the heels. Knees will touch if they can, and that feels okay on the knee joints. Hips come between the heels. Fixed firm as next. Right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. This is a great place to stay. Heart lifting towards the sky. If you want to go deeper, right elbow down, left elbow down. If you want to go deeper, back of head on the mat, right hand overhead, left hand overhead. Just breathe. And then come out, right elbow down, left elbow down, left hand down, right hand down. Head comes up last. Come all the way up. Walk the feet back a little bit. Find the back of the mat. Half tortoise is next. Big toes touch, heels touching. Arms overhead. Just cross the thumbs. Biceps frame the ears. And then just dive forward. Hips stay on heels. Hips pressing back towards heels. Fingertips reaching forward. Gazing down at the mat. Arms are active here. Pressing the hips back towards heels. And then with an inhale, come on up. Find the middle of the mat. Ustrasana is next. Camel pose. Knees should be about 2 fist widths apart. Right hand to low back, left hand to low back. Press hips forward. So this is just me kind of in a neutral position here. And then this is me pressing my hips forward, elbows energetically coming together. Gaze up at the ceiling. This is our deepest back bend of the day. Head comes back. Right hand down, left hand down. Heart illuminating towards the sky, hips pressing forward, gazing back. Left hand to low back, right hand to low back. Head comes up last. Find the back of the mat. Rabbit pose, Sasangasana, one of my favorites. Chin finds chest, round in. Slowly round forward, forehead finds the knees, hips lift, top of head finds the mat. Pulling on the heels, lifting the hips. Forehead pressing into knees, knees pressing into forehead. Not a lot of weight in the top of the head here. And release. Come on up. Right leg out corner-wise. Left foot finds right inner calf, arms overhead. Dive down over the right kneecap. Left shoulder comes down. This is a compression posture, so we're pressing forehead into knee, knee into forehead. Inhale, come on up, arms overhead. Switch out the legs with abdomen strength.
Dive down over the left leg. Forehead and knee will meet. Forehead presses into knee, knee into forehead. Drop the right shoulder down, compressing on this side as well. Inhale, come on up. Feet out in front. Back is flat. Gaze is forward. Peace fingers find the big toes. And then roll the shoulders back. Chin is forward, chest is lifted. Elbows come down towards the knees. Roll the shoulders back. Gaze is forward. Abdomen and thighs meet. And release. Half lower to the fishes. Left foot finds right hip crease. Right foot comes over top. Right hand comes back. Kickstands, left arm lifts. Simple twist here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Find a counter twist if you like. Switch out the legs. Left hand comes behind, right arm lifts high, crosses. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And release. Find a counter. I believe we are at time. If you need to go, I understand. We just have one final breathing, Kapalabhati breath. This is a great way to cleanse yourself. It's good for the respiratory system, but it's also a great energetic cleanse. We don't think about the inhale at all. We just think about the exhale. And here we go. Five, four, three, two, one. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Second set is just a little faster. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, one. Thank you so much for sharing this with me today. Thanks for practicing today. The world thanks you. Take this yoga that you learned today, this breath, this stillness, take it out into the world. Namaste.